Okay, so how many of you guys have a daily skin care regimen? Okay, that's pretty good. I'm actually impressed. So redness, acne, pigmentation, and skin cancer are just some of the skin concerns a lot of men and women have nowadays. So imagine preventing all of those skin concerns with just a few simple steps. So today, I'm going to show you how to do important practices so you can achieve healthier and stronger skin. First, I'm going to teach you, I'm going to introduce some of the products that you can use for a daily simple skincare regimen. And it looks like I have a lot, but I actually just brought different options depending on like your budget, so that way you can kind of see the different products you can use. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to demo on Victoria how to use pretty much just a 3-step regimen, and then just a quick natural look. And third, I will show you some ingredients or fruits that you can use on a daily basis to make your skin healthier and stronger, make it look more radiant and luminous. So the products you will need is, and this kind of depends on your skin type. First, you will need like a cleanser. So like I said, if you want to kind of splurge yourself a little bit, there's a lot of great products like Chanel, but then there's also a Cetaphil that you can get at Target or any drugstore, and it's pretty affordable. And this is actually recommended for people that are very sensitive, so works just as good. And same thing with the toner. If you're very sensitive, try to stay away from a toner. Sometimes it tends to irritate some people's skin, so you can skip that step. But if your skin is pretty normal, then there's tons of multiple toners that you can use. Just make sure it's the one appropriate to your skin. So if you're oily, make sure it's one that's oil-free. If you're a little bit more on the drier side, you want to make sure that it's really hydrating. And then some moisturizers. Same thing, Cetaphil, and then I have the Chanel moisturizer, which is great. And then sunblock. This is really important. A lot of people skip this step, but it's very important to use a sunblock. And you can do Neutrogena or Shiseido, which is I love. You don't need a Clarisonic. This is only if you want to get a deeper exfoliation, but you can use your hands. And then I have just a little bit of like makeup products that we can use. So just a basic light coverage foundation, a primer, powder, and blush. So I'm gonna go ahead. So second, I will demonstrate on Victoria, just some quick easy steps, okay? So she already cleansed her skin, so I'm not gonna cleanse her skin again. So I'm just gonna skip the first step, but like I said, you can just use your regular cleanser, rinse off with water. That cleanses all the impurities. And then I'm gonna do, so we're just gonna go to the second step, and you only need a little bit, you don't need a lot. I'm gonna do 2, but normally you just need 1 on yourself, but I'm gonna do 2 so you guys can see a little bit better. And then I always start with the top. And you always want to kind of pull up, never pull down, because if you do, you're actually pulling your skin. And you only want to do it a couple of times. You don't want to over exfoliate either. And this actually prevents a little blackhead that sometimes we get. Gets rid of all the dead skin, and it makes your moisturizer work better. So once we're done with that, I'm going to do a little bit of moisturizer on her. A little bit. And we're going to do the same thing. You want to do kind of circular motions. And you just spread it throughout the whole face.
This feels really good, actually.
Yeah, and this is made of natural ingredients. Even the ones that you get over the counter, It's fragrance free and dermatologist developed, so I always like to stick with anything that doesn't have a lot of ingredients or fragrance, especially, unless it's made out of natural ingredients. Okay, so once we did that, I'm going to do the sunscreen. So I should use this one. And sunscreen, like I said, it's actually the #1 cause. According to the National Institute of Aging, it's the #1 cause that people start to get lines. And it also, according to the Academy Association of Skincare, it is the it's the cancer, skin cancer is the #1 type of cancer that Americans get, and 1 out of every 5 Americans will develop skin cancer in their lifetime. So it is crucial that we're protecting our skin daily with sunscreen. It also helps with free radicals and environmental damage. So it's very, very important that we use sunscreen at all times. Okay, so once I did that, I'm just going to do very quick application because I know we are short in time, so I'm just going to do super quick. I am going to prime though before. This is mainly, so for the guys, this could be just your 3-step regimen, and it actually prevents guys from getting ingrown hairs. So it makes it makes it easier when you shave. So that would just be your 3-step regimen. And then for the girls or women, I'm going to use my fingers just to do the primer. You can use a brush or fingers. And I'm just going to do like a little bit of foundation. So like I said, I'm not really doing a whole look. All I'm doing is just a way that you can have flawless, smooth complexion. Something that you can wear every day. You can add a little bit more, but I just like to use very little at a time. Okay, and then I'm just gonna set it with the powder. If you kind of set it with powder, it makes your foundation look a little bit smoother and also minimizes appearance of pores. And then I'm just gonna give her a little bit of a highlight on the cheeks, and I'm using a highlighting stick. It's mainly on the temples of the cheeks, not too far down. Depends how bright you want to look. But the glowier your skin looks, the healthier. Okay. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of blush and then Okay, so last, I'm just gonna finish up with a little bit of gloss. This is a new one, it's a new one, by the way. I'm not using mine. And then if you do want that little bit of extra glow, then you can always, on top of your cream highlighter, you can always do just a little bit of a powder highlighter. And it's kind of hard to see it here in these lights, but bring it down a little bit more. Okay. So there you have it. So she has a nice radiant look to her skin. It's simple, anybody could do it. And then I show you the 3 different steps that you can use for women and men to achieve that healthy, stronger skin. And third, I'll mention some of the fruits that you can use on a daily basis. Like I said, just a cup of berries gives you a 24% of your vitamin C that you need on a daily basis. So I have some of these if anybody wants some. And so first, I taught you some important practices that you can do to achieve healthier skin. First, I introduced the products and the fruits that we used. Second, I showed you and demonstrated on Victoria the practices. And then third, I mentioned some of the fruits that you can eat. And these actually you can also mix them with like salads, smoothies, anything that you pretty much like to eat. So thank you. So hopefully you can go and make your own skin regimen according to your lifestyle.